Alright, so it's time for another one of these videos where I put multiple games into one review. These are the games that for one reason or another I just didn't make a full review out of, but I still want to talk about before they get too far behind us because we got a lot coming in May. Today we have The Division 2, Apex Legends, and Resident Evil 2. Let's start off with some Resident Evil. So Resident Evil 2 is a full-fledged remake of the 1998 horror classic. It's such a big update from the original that it's basically a new game. I usually don't review remakes and remasters, or even count them for like the end of the year Game Awards because, let's be honest, most of them are just HD texture updates of the same game, but this is a true top to bottom remake that even changes the perspective, so it qualifies for all the above. Now, the story of Resident Evil 2 is actually pretty solid despite how straightforward it is. It's nothing crazy, but it works, thanks to the fact that it was written by an actual screenwriter. Now, the game focuses on two different characters, and there are two slightly different stories. You're meant to play through the game twice, once through Leon's perspective, and then again through Claire's perspective.
Oh, you're talking about the Claire campaign that you didn't play through? You slow?
No, I was getting to that. You didn't let me finish. I was gonna say that's why I didn't review it, because I didn't get to Claire's.
I got it, you short bus riding turtle.
Yeah, go waddle back to your room, you incredibly thick man. So yes, as he said, I didn't finish Claire's campaign, which is the reason I didn't make a full review out of it, because I thought that would be unfair to the game. Anyway, let's continue. Regardless of who you play as, the main plot follows a lot of standard zombie tropes, with the big bad corporation doing big bad things in the name of science. Thankfully, Resident Evil 2 throws in a bunch of interesting set pieces, locations, and details to make it stand out. The main location is this sprawling maze of a police station, and it makes absolutely zero logical sense in terms of realistic design, but the backtracking, puzzles, and secrets make for a really engaging game world. The voice acting and writing are also really good too, although there are a few just awful lines of dialogue that should have been just weeded out.
It's secret weapon time.
The gameplay is focused around a slow, tense crawl through the darkest corners of the police station and the following areas, as you try to figure out the cause of the virus and put a stop to it. Your supplies are scarce and you have to sometimes choose wisely between killing a zombie or just stunning it and running past to conserve ammo. The Tyrant also offers some really well done cat and mouse chases with him showing up at the worst possible times, creating some really tense moments. And overall, Resident Evil 2 is a really great experience filled with some great tense gameplay. There is plenty of content here and it's definitely worth picking up. I won't give it a final score because I think that's a bit unfair since I didn't finish the second campaign, but I will say that it's sitting around an 8.59. Great game, you should definitely pick it up. Back in 2016, the world was introduced to Tom Clancy's The Division. It was a visually impressive, decent looter shooter, but it failed to live up to its promise, and it felt like a completely different game from what was shown in the trailer. It was still a fairly fun experience, but it had a terrible story and a myriad of other issues. But that was 3 years ago, and now we have the sequel, hoping to rectify the wrongs of the first game. And I am happy to report that they did a great job stepping up pretty much everything in the gameplay department, although they somehow managed to make the story even less interesting. To describe how bad the story is, I'm just gonna play this clip.
The sheriff just came in. Can you get these people to safety? I'm gonna go kill the bastards that did this.
The attack came from Jefferson Plaza. You know what to do.
Hey! Kill them all.
Yeah, she literally says she's gonna go kill those people, and she asks you if you can watch over the sick and wounded, and then right after that, she says, go kill them. It's like she already forgot the previous line that just came out of her mouth. It's awful. It's awful. There are apparently some notes and video diary things somewhere hidden in the menus of the game, but I wouldn't know for sure because I didn't know they even existed until I saw it online after I finished the game. But no matter, this game is about the grinding, leveling up, and the third-person shooting, and all that stuff is great. Combat was pretty smooth in the original, and it stayed mostly the same in this one, with maybe some minor tweaks to make it feel even better. The abilities, however, have seen a big boost, and now they offer several different variations. The loot has been cranked up like crazy, and you just get so much stuff in this game. It feels like the complete opposite of Anthem. I mean, you're just constantly getting loot. And to no one's surprise, that feels rewarding. I know, right? It's shocking. Giving players more loot feels more rewarding to the player and makes them want to keep grinding for more loot.
Dude, I have so many drops, like, just everywhere right now.
Dude, this is more drops in this one area than you get for, like, in this one side mission thing than you would get in several missions of Anthem.
Anyway, the world is also absolutely gorgeous, and the level of detail is absurd. I mean, there's just so much shit packed into this world. Like, every nook and cranny has something in it. It's really incredible. And it's also such a good recreation of DC. And as someone who's been there many times, it was so cool walking through the museums that I've been to, or just going down the street and knowing that I've been here and knowing the layout of the mall. The developers obviously know how cool this world is, because they decided to set every mission in these different landmarks, ensuring that every fight was just visually interesting. And the enemy variety is pretty incredible for a game with only human enemies. I mean, Anthem, a game that literally takes place in a fictional far-off alien world where they can do anything they want in terms of creating enemies, only has about 1/4 the enemy variety of The Division. And The Division takes place on Earth, where you fight humans. You got the assholes that rush you with the bats, you got the suicide bombers, you got the normal enemies with guns, the snipers, the heavies with guns, the heavies that charge you with sledgehammers. There's just a ton of different enemies here, and frankly, the game is just really fun. Gunplay is satisfying, the missions are really entertaining, especially for a looter shooter, and the loot is rewarding and the world is great. It is a shame though that everything about the story is awful, but that's not the main purpose of the game, so it's not that big a deal. And there's also a lot of multiplayer stuff, but I won't be talking about it because frankly I just didn't touch it at all. I just wasn't interested in it. It's there for people who want it, but I can't really say if it's good or not because I didn't play it once. But for the campaign alone, I can easily recommend it. Great game. Now, finally, Apex Legends. This is a new Battle Royale game from Respawn Entertainment, the creators of Titanfall, and this game feels like a mix of Overwatch, Titanfall, and PUBG. It's also free, and also dying. If you haven't kept up with gaming news, basically this game exploded onto the scene for a few months, and now it's falling in player count pretty fast due to the lack of new content. That being said, the game itself is pretty damn great. The gunplay is really smooth, the character system is a nice take on the Battle Royale genre, and there are plenty of really good small design choices that just make it feel so polished. Specifically, the ping system. This game lets you hit one button to mark an item, an enemy, or a location, and that is just terrific design that makes it so easy to communicate with your team. It's a shame that the team hasn't been able to sustain it as well as they should have, but it's free and it's a damn good game that I could highly recommend. Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry for the lack of content this past week. I've been doing some school stuff and working on the game, but I promise I will have several reviews coming out in the month of May because there are several games. Actually, there's probably more than several games that I want to play, and I want to make sure I get reviews out. And down below in the description there is a link to a Twitch. That is my friend's Twitch. Give him a follow because I'll be on there very frequently because we play a lot of games together if you want to see us play live. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all later.